Hey guys, how's it going? Tez back again with another episode of the Dortmund Career Mode. It's episode number 30, so season 2, episode 4, I think. We're coming into this one on the back of that live commentary from the opening day, in which we were actually able to pick up a win. Now, we got an offer here from Hoffenheim for Kevin Grosskreutz. Now, I'm not entirely attached to him as a player. He scored a few goals for us last season, a few decent goals, including a couple of worldy finesses, but if I could get a decent amount of money for him, I could bring in a decent replacement, and I would be open to replacing him in the first 11. However, they did in fact reject the counter offer of 12 million. So nonetheless, we're going to jump into the opening game of the season in glorious sunshine, which is in stark contrast to the pouring down rain we had at home in the opening day, and we get a great early lead here through Mario Götze in the 17th minute. Nice fake shot to cut inside the defender. It's a very effective tool to use when we're playing against the computer this year. It's kind of almost overpowered. In fact, the computer never seems to be able to read it, and you can just whack it into the back of the net. We came close there, S-Fine, to pulling a second goal there. Really decent effort, but the goalkeeper just managed to get down and bat it away behind him for a corner. But they're actually going to get back in the game here. A lovely lob through ball. Somehow Subotic manages to run straight past the ball and doesn't actually chest it away from the attacker. But Hlusek is putting them back on level terms at 1-1. So we made some changes in the second half. Brought on Rodrigo and Gundogan for Arnautovic and Mario Götze. But unfortunately, we weren't able to create much more in the game. It really wasn't that good of a game. There weren't many chances for us in it whatsoever, as you can see from the stats coming up. 4 shots, 3 on target, 57% of possession, a lot of the ball, but they had the better chances. So fortunate actually to take a point, but nonetheless, let's come back to transfer deadline day. And after a pretty boring game, we actually had a pretty boring transfer deadline day as well. You can see Hernandez and Mangala, the two big signings that have been made. We got one offer for one of our players, Milan offering 9.5 million for Mamadou Sakho, but I actually rejected that. Well, I was going to reject it, and then I thought, well, we've brought on Jerome Boateng, so if we can sell him on for a decent amount of money, then why not? I'm always open to big money offers, but nonetheless, they did reject that as well, and a total of 75 million was spent on transfer deadline day, but none of it was by ourselves. So all transfers are done now. The squad we have at the minute is going to last us till at least January, and we're coming into this second game of the episode, third game of the season, in the rain at home again against Fortuna Düsseldorf. Now, they're actually having a decent start to the season themselves, so it was going to be tough. We went close there. Grosskreutz drawing a good save out of the goalkeeper after the shot was initially deflected. Then Lewandowski shows good feet to get around the defender, gets taken down. Not too sure whether it was a dive or not, but anyway, we actually pick up a free kick, and Marco Reus is going to just put it over the bar as it scrapes the top of the netting, but on the wrong side of the net. So unfortunately, it stayed at 0-0, and they actually had a couple of good chances themselves actually towards the end of the half. This one, a great volley, well saved from Wiedenfeller. Unfortunately, the defender was able to get down to the parry first to clear it, but this was a wonderful counter-attack from ourselves. Lewandowski picks the ball up, makes a turn on the halfway line. Cheeky lob through ball to Lennon, great first touch inside to get away from the defender. Plays a solid through ball, accurate through ball to Marco Reus, and the finish is even more accurate. A wonderful first time shot into the bottom corner to give us a 1-0 lead. But they were going to come close again. Julio Baptista showing great strength to get away from the defender and get the shot in. Unfortunately, again, we were able to get to the rebound effort first ahead of the defenders and keep it at 1-0, and that's how we went in at half time. Then in the second half, they were going to start off on the front foot again, actually getting another couple of decent shots, and again we're going to have to rely on Wiedenfeller to make the save. And again, it's weird, every single shot they had in this game seemed to be parried by Wiedenfeller back towards a defender's feet, but we were actually going to get ourselves an opportunity of our own, rather, as Lewandowski draws a good save out the goalkeeper there, tries to finesse it into the far bottom corner, can't quite do so, but that was actually going to be his last influence on the game as a whole. He just didn't feel right in this game. The rain just wasn't suiting his game, didn't have his touch, and we brought on Rodrigo instead. And he was going to have an immediate impact. He picks the ball up here from the knockdown, turns around the defender, gives it a whack, and oh, you beauty! What a hit, son! What a hit! Now, I thought I'd try my hand at recreating a bit of comedy, not comedy gold, it may be comedy gold, bit of commentating gold there. Now I'm going to just for a bit of fun, a little bit of a competition. Whoever comments first with the commentator the goal scorer and the game in which that piece of commentary was made will win themselves 10,000 Ultimate Team coins. Just a bit of a laugh, but Grosskreutz is going to whip this one just past the far post, really coming very, very close to giving us a third there, but that is how the game was going to finish. We are going to pick up a 2-0 victory, so that's 3 games so far this season, 2 wins and a draw, so 7 points, a decent start, definitely much, much better than we had last season. And we're actually going to be sat 4th in the table. We will cut back to the league table, just have a quick look at it. You can see Leverkusen and Bayern Munich both winning 3-0 on the 3rd day, so we'll have a quick look at that table. And also, as you can see, Champions Cup groups have been drawn, so we'll have a look at those as well. But a quick look at the league table. We are sat 4th now on goal difference, obviously. By Leverkusen had an opening day win of 5-1, so they're sat with +7, and then Wolfsburg and Bayern Munich are the only 2 teams to have still a 100% record. But let's have a look at the Champions Cup group. It's actually not the easiest to group, so we'll have a quick look when it finally loads. And the 3 teams in our group are Benfica, PSG and Anderlecht. Now Rodrigo's an ex-Benfica player, Sarko is an ex-PSG player, and they're both very, very good teams, so it's going to be a tough task to get ourselves out of that group, but we'll do our best. We'll come back next time with that first game against PSG. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Do feel free to leave the video a like if you liked, and of course leave a little comment entry for that competition, and whoever is the first one to comment with the correct 3 answers will be the guy that wins 10,000 Ultimate Team coins. I'll drop you a YouTube PM or leave your Twitter link and your Twitter @ and I will tweet you as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Links in the end slate to the previous episode in the top left, which will be that live com if you missed it, and of course links in the description and on screen over the channel emblem and subscribe button to subscribe if you haven't. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.